Alrighty, we have 20 Tsareena-GX boxes. It's Mikey and
Andrew Mahone.
Let's do this.
Woohoo!
Oh, oops, rip. Alright.
Tsareena-GX.
Look at you. You can't even remove. You're like, let's just get them open.
Let's get them open. These are all mine, so make some room.
Oh. Done. I wish this Tsareena was actually a really good promo. Like, it's good. It's just that if it was a stage 1, it would be bomb.
I think Tsareena is just one of those Pokemon that I'm not even sure that I could have told you the name of this Pokemon looking at it. In fact, if you had put this Pokemon in a lineup, you know, with other Pokemon and potentially fake Pokemon, I'm not even sure that I could have told you that this was a real Pokemon. So, yeah.
All right, so we have a Breakthrough pack, we have a Sun and Moon pack, and 2 Burning Shadows. So hopefully we can get some Hyper Rare Charizards out of that.
Hyper Rare Charizards.
That's what I'm
what
looking
else?
for.
Ooh, full art Mewtwo right off the top. There we go.
Off the back. Ooh, me too. I got a regular Mewtwo EX, and that's
you actually got the good one. Right. All right, so it's like me, just a little bit better. All right. I see you. Sun
now,
and Moon.
this like I was saying, this Tsareena-GX promo is not too bad.
You think so?
Like, but if it like it's bad because it's a stage 2.
Right.
Like it takes way too long to set it up.
Right.
But if it was a stage 1, I can see it actually being played.
Yeah, 180 damage, 3 energy is not so bad. They have to be confused though.
Right.
Is there any way to confuse your opponent?
Yeah, there's a couple cards out
that could confuse from the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Right, so like, you know, there are some options for confusing, so you could do 180 for 3. Dab Skull, there he is. A couple options there. What, Side Eye? That is switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. The new active Pokemon is now confused. Oh, okay, you could even use Side Eye. Yeah. Bring a Pokemon, but then they, you know, if they just retreat it or Guzma out of it, you know, special conditions are a little weak right now in the game. Just because every deck is playing like multiple copies of Guzma, like a lot of copies of Guzma, which is insane. It used to be that you had to like, you know, really play like some actual switch cards. You couldn't just play all Floatstones. You know, if you wanted to, you know, have a deck that could deal with special conditions.
Well, that's because Guzma actually helps switch out of stuff.
Right.
So if you're in a bad situation, you can use Guzma as a switch.
Just as a switch card, right? Which is pretty cool. It's a nice versatile card. Some people think that it's a little overpowered,
right? Just
because it is just 2 very powerful options in one. But
if you want to get something out of the active, but you don't have anything to back it up, there's the downfall to that.
Right.
Like, you're like, uh-oh, I don't want you to knock out this Pokemon, but
hey,
I have nothing
Raikou.
to support that.
Very cool.
So,
right.
Ooh, Raikou.
Oh, did you get a Raikou as well?
Did.
Nice. The reverse one.
I got the reverse one.
I really like that deck, Raikou Eels in Expanded. Just, I think it might be a little past its prime, though. Was able to play it last year at a regional championship, but unfortunately, I think just Night March has taken over that format.
Night March, yeah.
It was so good. And it finished and it had like half of top 8 at the last expanded regional championship, so that was a big one.
I beat all the Night Marches, though, that I played at regionals.
Oh, yeah?
I did.
What, in what deck were you playing?
I was playing Espeon Garb.
Oh yeah. I mean, Espeon Garb has a great Night March matchup. Just you can use that Oricorio, you can spread damage with Espeon. Just a lot of options to take care of pesky Night Marchers with that deck for sure. Right. Oh, nice. The reverse Guzma. I actually used 4 of the regional promo Guzma in my deck this past weekend. Okay. So that was pretty cool. Liked using those. They're holographic.
Right.
So
I actually
a little swaggy.
I actually have 4 staff ones that we're about to send off to get graded in a little bit.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna do a PS graded on them.
Nice.
So
I feel a little bad playing. Ooh, got another Mewtwo.
Ooh,
okay.
Is it a good? Oh no.
No.
It's the other one.
Photon Wave.
Let's see what I got. Oh no, never mind. I can't even boop.
Oh.
Nope.
But what was I saying? Oh, I feel a little bad playing like the the super rare versions of cards in my decks. Just because, like, the way I shuffle, like, I bend my cards up so ferociously. Like, all of my cards have front creases, guys. Like, all of them are creased so badly that they are creased through the front of the card, and you can see the crease on the front of the card.
You should have told these people that.
But they're the cards I play with. Like, hey, like, I mean, they just won me $1,500 this past weekend, so they did their job. They did what they were supposed to do. Supposed to win me a tournament, got me close, but not quite, but close. So still got to be proud of them. Proud of the boys, nonetheless. Oh, that Machamp's cool.
Machamp, he's not good, but
he's cool though.
He's cool.
Right. But no, I definitely, all my cards have front creases. Even like the ones I just got. You would think that like maybe
one tournament and
tournament, front creases. Done. Yep. It's got like tons of whitening along the back, which is actually kind of cool because it's like, I'm not even tempted to sell them because I can't, because they're not worth anything. So like I'm not, you know what I mean? No matter what, I'm gonna be keeping these guys for the collection, and we'll probably be able to build a whole bunch of old decks, one day, which will be pretty exciting. Speaking of old decks, I am, I'm still building old decks right now, which is pretty fun. Just going through. That's like one of my favorite things to do at the at like these regional championships. Ooh, I got a Glalie too. One of my favorite things to do at these regional championships, though, is just go to like the vendors, see what cards they're selling, as far as old cards go, and then like I always have my eye out for cards that like could help me build my old format decks. Like I'm trying to build like Rocket through Neo right now, which is like
one of the world's competitive.
The first. Rocket through Neo was like back when when Wizards of the Coast was like running the game. Oh heck yeah!
And they had the tropical like battle.
Yeah, it was like Rocket through Neo was like the first modified format. Apparently, I actually have been reading. Jason Klaczynski has like a blog where he writes about like the history of the trading card game, which is pretty cool. And he updates it regularly, and it's like regularly just like investing time into like recording kind of the history of the game, which is neat. Cool. So if anybody's interested, you can just Google like Jason Klaczynski blog and it comes up. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and right now I'm working on building this like Neo for Alligator deck, which apparently was like one of the big decks at one of these like showdown tournaments or something. The first standard format, more or less, because it was the first time they ever rotated out cards, and like it was actually really a big deal when they rotated cards out, because the original base set cards, I don't know if anybody's ever like looked back at those original base set cards, but they were just super busted. Like the trainers were way too broken, like way too broken. Like there was cards that could just remove multiple energy per turn, and you could remove like as many energy per turn as you wanted to, basically using these. Oh, there's a code to show it off accidentally.
Yeah.
There you go, RIP. But yeah, so like rotating out all those totally busted trainer cards made the game a lot more fun. So I'm trying to build like those early formats, and plus I just like love the style of the cards back then. I love the thick borders and just the artwork. I think is really cool. I like the way that the cards feel. Like I think like they're a little bit thicker. I don't know if you've ever. I know you have, but but you know what I'm talking about. The card, just like the card stock's a little thicker, feels a little nicer. But but then so I have to be careful with those, because I actually, my cards that I collect, I'm not trying to actually
investing in those.
I'm not actually trying to like ruin them. Like I really want them to like stick around for a long time. And like then they cost a lot of money, so
yeah, for sure.
I don't know. So like, and plus the thing is, the major difference is that I can really take my time to shuffle those decks when I play with them too.
Right.
So like, I can take my time. I don't have to worry about like riffling as quickly as possible. There's no time limit. It's just a bunch of friends sitting around a table playing some games. So, that are for fun. So I really don't have to worry about riffling my deck.
When I was watching you shuffle for your top 4 match.
Yeah.
I was like, when I was judging. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, he is like bending those cards in half.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, whoo,
wee. Oh, there's a stand-in Zork.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and take that out. Nope.
Okay.
He's still worth some money.
Oh, he is for sure. Yeah, because he's being played in a lot of those Lycanroc Zoroark decks. I think he was being played in Mike Pramwatt's, winning list. So
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, he was. A lot of those decks were playing that. So very cool. Definitely got the reverse one there. So just a little bit more rare.
Yep.
Very cool.
Tangrowth.
Burning Shadows onto the Ooh, got a reverse Guzma.
I saw a lot of Acerolas not being played.
You saw a lot of Acerolas not being played? How do you mean?
I thought there was going to be a lot of Acerolas.
Oh, yeah. No, this format has gotten to a point, I think, where it's like there's a lot of one-hit KOs going on. And in a one-hit knockout format, it's, Acerola is not quite as good. Right. But I don't know, Mike Pramwatt's deck, the deck that won, it is a lot, there is a lot of two-hit KOs that go on in that deck, so I don't know. I think it did play at least one Acerola, and they could get it back. They could get it back with Puzzle of Time, stuff like that, so. I know some of the Galissapod decks that I was playing against were playing it, but no.
I didn't play against a single Galissapod.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, lucky. I mean, you were playing Greninja, so.
Right.
Yeah, no, I played against a Galissapod during day 1, but I beat it. And then I beat Galissapod in my top 8. And then I finally lost to Galissapod in my top 4 match. It was so close. I mean, you saw that game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Talk about close games. It was a $1,000 top deck that he had. So that was crazy. But Azul's a really good player, and he prepared for that situation for me to end him. He was Ultra Balling away as many cards as he could and was playing them all down in the turn. He knew an end was coming. He knew, he knew it was about to happen. Got a Lunala. He knew it was about to happen, so he was preparing for it. But it was a very close game there at the end. Just was one card away. If he'd just not drawn the Guzma that turn, I had game next turn. So, boy.
Ooh, I got a Weavile.
There you go. There you go.
Weavile.
Ooh, and a Marshadow. I got 2 hits in this box. Okay, not bad. Marshadow, gonna be busting that guy back out for my expanded testing here for Night March. Yep, gotta get some more games in with that. All right, what do we got? I got 3 boxes left.
I have 2.
Okay, so that's your... And a Darkrai. 3 hits. Ooh.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. And
that's nice.
A Darkrai. This Darkrai's pretty good, too. And Turbo Dirk.
I can see that getting a bump.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why that?
Because the new Darkrai coming out.
Oh, that new Darkrai? What, the Prism Darkrai?
Yeah.
Right. That is pretty cool. That thing has, a lot of hit points. I do know that.
Because I like the Darkrai. It's just, it didn't seem like it got there.
Right.
At regionals.
Right. Yeah, it's a good deck. That's what I played at the last expanded regionals. I'm not going to be playing it again. But, it was nice to give it a try, see what it was all about. One of my buddies was super into that deck, so, I just ended up playing his list. I didn't have a lot of time to test expanded formats, so I was kind of just going in blind, had no idea what I was doing. And consequently did not end up doing very well at that tournament, so.
I ended up just was like, I'm playing Espeon Garb. I was playtesting Night March because I was going to play Night March.
I remember.
But I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I like it. Because I know I'm going to just get beat by Darkrai. But it wasn't that bad. I was like, alright, so it was okay. And then I'm like, nah, I'm going to switch it up. And I ended up playing Espeon Garb.
Right, and you didn't do too bad. Yeah, you got points, right.
I got 30 points.
There you go.
So.
What's top 256, right?
128.
Oh, 128. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Yep, I'm all signed up for Texas, so that should be interesting. Just to get testing for that.
I haven't decided if I'm going to Texas.
I told myself I wasn't going to fly this year. I was not going to be flying to any
Texas
tournaments.
is so cheap, though.
But the flights to Texas were so cheap. I had to give it a try. So, me and a bunch of friends making the trip out. Yep, flying together, so.
I flew to Memphis because I had flyer miles.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Understandable. After that drive, honestly, I do not blame you one bit. That drive was exhausting. I think I'm still feeling it, honestly. Like 22 hours in the car in one weekend. No, thank you. 22 hours in the car, and then, 20 hours of playing Pokemon.
Right.
There's a Laurentis. That's a lot of sitting.
So I haven't talked smack to you this one because
I'm smoking you.
You're slightly ahead of me.
Slightly.
Slightly ahead of me.
No, I wasn't gonna mention it. Everybody can see the scoreboard. It's fine. By now everybody knows who the real champ is. So, and another Darkrai. Oh yeah, salt in the wound. Salt in the wound.
No, I'm not salty at all. I can't win them all. See?
Can't win them all, I guess.
Can't win them all. I take this whooping with grace.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Kingdra and Porygon.
That just means I'm a bigger man than Andy.
Oh, is that what that means? You're just a bigger I showed that code off. All right. On to my final box.
All right, here we go. I swear you hit me with these boxes all the time.
Yeah, it's probably because you deserve it.
It's probably because you're the salty one, even though you win it. You're salty.
I'm salty about what? I got nothing to be salty about.
I know you have.
Life is great.
Reason.
Yeah,
no reason
things
to
are
be
fantastic. All right, let's get to it. In the breakthrough pack. We've got, a Fright Night Yveltal.
Nice.
Very cool. Pitch Black Spear. It's a little outdated. It does 60 damage to the active and 60 damage to an opponent's benched Pokemon EX.
Yeah,
not a lot of EXs being played anymore. Ooh, another Mega Mewtwo. Not a whole lot of EXs being played anymore, though there are some. I think next year's rotation will be gone with all the EXs. All the EXs
Alright, so
will
I'm
be
making
out.
a slight comeback at the end.
Oh, are you? How?
I'm 2 for 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
he's making that late game comeback.
Let's see if I can go 3 for 3.
Okay.
Let's do this. 3 for 3.
There's no way.
3 for 3. No. I might still be able to go a third one, so we'll see.
Right, my final pack.
Hyper Rare Charizard right here.
And I got a Palisand.
I got a Dusknoir.
A pile of sand.
Let me sleeve these guys up before we say goodbye. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
So let's see. How many hits did you get?
I got
1, 2, 3, 4,
8.
I have 7.5.
7.5.
But
very close.
Let's see. I think you actually still pulled it out. I do have a Charizard, but I still think you got it. So I'll gracefully bow.
Thank you.
Bye.